So far, we've talked about anchor points and handles and how to draw paths in Illustrator. If you click and let go, you can see that it's going to have a straight path when you click and let go. If you click and drag, it causes a curvy path to occur. When you do that curvy path, when you see that, it also builds you anchor points and handles. When I take this white arrow, the direct selection tool, and click on the path right here, you'll see the anchor points and the handles appear. This piece right here that sticks out, the invisible moving piece, is the handle. The piece that is the end point, that's the anchor. So if I click and drag the anchor, I can change where the path goes. If I click and drag the handle, which I missed, if I click and drag the handle, it's going to change the direction of the path. That's what we're going to work with today, is making curved paths. So right here, this lesson is the one that I'm going to have you work through. And I'm going to zoom way in so I can see this really, really well. Now this is giving me some guidance. It's telling me where to click to and where to drag to. So the first thing I want to do is make sure I get my pen tool. And then I want to come over here to properties and change my stroke and fill color and my stroke weight. I'm going to have no fill. So that's going to have to be that little red stripe right there. And I'm going to have a bright colored stroke so I can see what I'm doing. Typically, I choose red. This time, I think I'm going to choose purple. Why not? And where I've got this one point, I'm going to change it to at least 4 so that when I walk by and you're working so hard, I can see how hard you're working and how good you did. So right here, these curved paths are telling me to click in these spots here where they're filled in and drag the mouse and let go when I'm in this empty square. I'll demonstrate. Click right here, drag to this square. And when I do that, you can see that I've created an anchor point with handles that come out. I haven't drawn a line yet. That's where I'm going to go over here and click in this spot and drag to this square. And you see how it makes the curve perfectly lined up to what is on this page. And this last one, click right here where it says and drag right there where it says, and lo and behold, I have my first curve. If I hit Control and I click off to the side, it lets go of that. You'll just continue that all the way down. Click here and drag here. Click here and drag here. And click here and drag here. The rest of the ones on this row don't have that guidance. So you have to make your own decisions here. You have to decide now with your prior knowledge with those first two, where to click and where to drag. And you may not get it perfect, and that is okay. If you come close, we'll call it good enough. Click here and drag, see what happens when I try it. Click here and drag, and you can see where the curve is going to go, so you can make some adjustments. You can also, if you're not perfectly happy with where it's gone, put your finger on the Alt key and grab the handle. When you do that, you can move where the curve is gone. Anyhow, come back over here and you can click and drag and finish it out. And again, with finger on the Alt key, you can change the direction of that path. It's kind of a neat trick. When you Control and click off to the side, you can once again get in with the white arrow and move things around. One more trick on this one. I'm going to do this one right here. Click and drag. Click and drag. And if I put my finger on the Control key, I can move a handle as well. The difference between the Alt key and the Control key on this one, that's not bad, is, let me just let go of this curve and I'll come back here. If I'm drawing something and I make a curve and I put my finger on the Alt key, it's only going to move one side of the two-sided handle. So if I put my finger on the Alt key and I move this, it only moves one side. Oops, went too far. Pardon me. Let me try it again. Put my finger on the Alt key and moves one side of the two-sided handle, like that. If I put my finger on the Control key, it moves the entire handle, both sides, and the entire path. Let me try it again. My finger on the Control key, the entire path changes. I'm having trouble grabbing it. There it goes. There, the entire path has changed. So that is the difference. The Control key does that. The Alt key does just half. So what I want you to try is the next set here. This gives you some more specific instructions. You're going to take your pen tool. You're going to click and drag just like you assume right here. Click here and drag to this spot. Click here and drag to this spot. But then it says to put your finger on the Alt key, doesn't it? So you put your finger on Alt and you drag it right up here to this blue square and let it go. And click and drag. So you're just going to work through a whole bunch of these. See if you can do the ones that don't have the directions on them. After, of course, you finish the practice ones. See if you can do the ones that are not giving you the guidelines, the ones that are just sort of for you to try. If you can knock out this whole page, that is going to be pretty impressive. I don't suspect that many people are going to be able to get to these ones down here that they're calling the bonus round. Those are tricky. That I couldn't do my first year I tried this. So don't feel bad. These ones at the very bottom are tough, but I suspect that you'll be able to do these ones that look like little M shapes. So give those a shot. I'll take a look at those hopefully before you leave class today.